Welcome to our special World Cup corner. Joachim Löw 1, Jürgen Klinsmann 0. The task of reaching the last 16 top of Group G was not an easy one for Germany, who were up against a stubborn and well-organised Team USA. But the biggest exploit happened in Curitiba, where the Desert Warriors of Algeria progressed to the knockout stages for the first time in their history after 4 attempts. So you heard it, Germany have qualified for the last 16 of the World Cup in Brazil, top of Group G after beating the USA 1-0 in their final round group fixtures in Recife. Thomas Muller notched up his 4th goal of the campaign with a long-ranged curling effort on the 55th minute. That goal went unanswered as Germany celebrated safe passage to the second round for the 16th consecutive time. The USA also qualified from the group when, in the other match, Portugal beat Ghana 2-1 in Brasilia. Despite the win, it couldn't help Portugal avoid elimination. Ghana's John Boye scored an own goal on 31 minutes to give Portugal some hope of progressing. Asamoah Gyan levelled matters on 57 minutes, only for Cristiano Ronaldo to take full advantage of a goalkeeping blunder to hammer home the winner. So Germany and the USA are through. Portugal just couldn't score enough goals on the night and now join the large wave of European nations to leave Brazil early. Later in the day, Islam Slimani scored on the hour mark to hand Algeria a 1-1 draw with Russia, which was enough to see the North Africans through to the last 16 for the first time in the nation's history. Alexander Kokorin put Fabio Capello's men in front after just 6 minutes, but Slimani headed home into an empty net after a goalkeeping error to seal his side's qualification. Belgium, who had already qualified for the knockout stages before their final match, completed their Group H campaign unbeaten after a 1-0 win over South Korea in Sao Paulo. Tottenham's Jan Vertonghen swept the ball into the net when Korea keeper Kim Sung-gyu spilled the ball into his path following a Divock Origi powerful long-range strike. So here's a look at the final group standings, with Belgium top dogs with maximum points, followed by Algeria, Russia and South Korea head home. After 15 days of competition, the group phase has come full circle. Here is a quick glimpse now at the last 16 fixtures of the 2014 World Cup. While hosts Brazil have a tricky last 16 tie against surprise package Chile on Saturday, the same day Colombia face Uruguay in another all-South American affair. On Sunday, the Netherlands and Mexico square off in Fortaleza when another surprise package Costa Rica take on 2004 European champions Greece. 98 champions France play Nigeria for a place in the quarters on Monday when Germany take on Algeria, while tournament favourites Argentina will fancy their chances against Switzerland on Tuesday when Belgium play the USA. The Brazil edition of the World Cup has not been favourable for the European nations. Reigning champions Spain, Italy, the Euro 2012 finalists, England and Portugal are all out. On the other hand, teams from the Americas have shined in Brazil. Costa Rica, one of the teams with a brilliant but unexpected progression to the knockout stages. It's the end of Spanish dominance. Spain were looking for a 4th consecutive major tournament title, but in Brazil it all went south and quickly. After being thrashed by the Dutch, Spain were then stunned by Chile. Victory over Australia was too little, too late. 4 times champions Italy also fell by the wayside in a group that included England, who had a disastrous campaign and picked up just 1 point before packing their bags and flying home. Greece, Germany, Belgium, France, Switzerland and the Netherlands are left flying the European flag in Brazil. It's been a fantastic World Cup so far for the teams from the Americas, with Costa Rica and Chile showing they should not be taken lightly. Costa Rica made the last 16 of the World Cup for the first time in 24 years. Chile and Colombia, meanwhile, will be full of confidence after a stunning group phase performance. Luis Suarez is now forced to find a solution to his penchant for biting other players. FIFA handed down a heavy punishment to the striker after he bit Italian Giorgio Chiellini. Suarez's World Cup is now over. Not for the first time has Luis Suarez been banned for biting opposition players. Chelsea's Branislav Ivanovic and PSV Eindhoven's Otman Bakal can painfully testify to that. For his 3rd biting offence, Suarez has been suspended from all football-related activity for 4 months and banned for 9 international matches, effective immediately.
And here a quote from the chairman of the FIFA Disciplinary Committee, Claudio Sulzer. Such behavior cannot be tolerated on any football pitch, and in particular not at the FIFA World Cup, when the eyes of millions of people are on the stars on the field.
Outside of Uruguay, Suarez's latest biting episode has been met with disgust. Some even believe the punishment is not harsh enough. This Italian fan said it's too little, especially when you look at his behaviour before. This is now 3 times, right? This is the 3rd time he's done this. It's far too little. Uruguay play Colombia in the last 16, and although many would have liked to see the star striker feature, his incident was just a step too far. This Colombian fan said you can't expect that in a major event like a World Cup, and in a sport that promotes camaraderie and good deeds. A player bites another player simply because he wants to. The Uruguay FA has called the decision to ban Suarez excessive and will appeal the ruling. The player has also been fined just over €82,000. Suarez is not the only one making the headlines, all for the wrong reasons. Kevin Prince Boateng and Solly Montare were expelled from Ghana's World Cup squad for alleged indiscipline. According to reports, Boateng verbally insulted coach Kwesi Appiah, while Montare physically attacked an executive committee member. Their expulsion came just hours before Ghana were eliminated. The World Cup corner is over for today. Join us again tomorrow for another roundup of what's happening in Brazil.